Hello, dear friend. You are watching your weekly horoscope for June 21st through the 27th. We have a couple of interesting events this week, and actually, quite a few, I would say. Mercury is turning direct, so finally it's over. I don't know about you, but for me, this time it felt like it's a really long period. It's not extremely difficult, but it's moving so slow. So, we had enough time for reassessments, for diving deeper and exploring our ideas. Now, with Mercury turning direct after Tuesday, it's time to to take some action on our ideas. It's time to be more engaged with the external world, and of course, we would expect that things with communication and understanding will improve, and overall, things are about to go back to normal. We will have also a full moon, so there will be lots of intensity during this week. Full moon is the culmination, so emotions might be stronger, but this is also a great time for finalizing something or having visible results related to something you have already worked on. So that's a pretty active, dynamic time. Neptune will turn retrograde, which can also bring some kind of complications. We may not see things clearly. We may forget about something. We can also be much more creative and inspired. So, what a combination. Venus will change signs at the end of the week, so the emotional atmosphere is about to change as well. And there are also other aspects like trine between Sun and Jupiter, between Venus and Neptune. So there should be many opportunities for expansion and growth and also creativity. So I am excited about the week. Let's start with Monday. This is the day when we have Venus trining Neptune. This is an incredibly creative potential which can help us with creative work, with practicing more the hobbies that we actually enjoy. In terms of love, this can be a very, very supportive aspect which can bring mutual understanding and empathy and deeper emotional connection. So that's just great. And when it comes to financial things, this aspect may help with intuition and some creative approaches. It won't make you logical, but you may have some insights about what exactly you should do. And the moon is in Scorpio, which can bring more emotional intensity. And it's highly possible that people can be extremely sensitive on Monday. They may take everything personally. So be very careful how you treat them and what kind of words you're using and how you treat them and everything. Because they can be, a little bit too intense and kind of like taking everything personally. On Tuesday, Mercury turns direct, which means that it is stationary. So we need to be careful with everything, especially the things that require information or more logic, or we need to be very concentrated. Well, those things may not work so well. So give yourself more time. Make sure to check everything twice. But keep in mind that after Tuesday, things should be much easier, and especially when it comes to communication, they should go back to normal. The moon is in Sagittarius, which can bring positivity and optimism during the day, and we may focus on things that we dream about or our long-term goals. But again, don't put too many things on your plate. Chances are we won't be very productive on Tuesday. But at the same time, we may have the positive attitude, or we may see things as a bigger picture and what can be the final goal that we are pursuing. On Wednesday, we have one of the most positive aspects. The Sun is trining Jupiter. Jupiter is extremely strong. It's in Pisces, so it means that it's very, very beneficial. The water signs can have great benefits during this day and overall during the week as well. And it's a great time to think about expansion. For someone, this could be related to their business. For someone else, it could be to their spirituality or education. But think big. Think in big scale. And use this positivity and optimism and your confidence and self-belief, because they can be your greatest asset. On the other side, Venus is having a challenging aspect with Pluto, so lots of emotional intensity, some kind of drama, some kind of exaggerated emotions. For financial stuff, this may not be very positive, so be careful with financial decisions, with your relationships, and overall with your emotions, because you may see things in a more dramatic way, and there might be also some control issues in relationships, so it's a sensitive area. The moon is in Sagittarius, so positive, optimistic attitude can help us to move forward and can allow us to achieve more things. This is resonating very well with the Sun-Jupiter aspect. So overall, even though there might be emotional intensity and imbalance, I think that the day can be quite positive. On Thursday, there is the full moon, so a culmination of the cycle. Again, emotionally, things can be pretty intense, but we can make important decisions. We can have some clear ideas about something and realizations and higher awareness. That's very important. And we may decide to let go of something. We may decide to move forward in a new direction. And we can also have some material results. So this full moon is very important when it comes to career projects, when it comes to balancing all of that with our personal life, and also the feeling of certainty and stability in life. And for everyone, those may mean something different, but those are the general themes. On Friday, Neptune turns retrograde, and the important part here is that Neptune is stationary on this day, so we need to be more careful with everything that requires concentration. Business, financial things, I would recommend you to be more careful there. You can make a mistake, you may have an unrealistic perspective, you may wear your pink glasses, that's very Neptune. And the good thing here, by the way, is the moon in Capricorn, because it may help us to be more grounded. It can help us also to take those inspiring ideas and apply them into something concrete and measurable. So that's, I think, pretty balancing here. But overall, I would recommend you to be more careful with everything that requires concentration, logic, and being really disciplined, because probably we won't be that much. But for creative projects, this can be just amazing. On Saturday, the moon is in Capricorn early in the morning until 10 a.m. and will make conjunction with Pluto there. So the morning might be more intense, kind of more difficult. Maybe people won't be in such good mood. But after 10 a.m., the moon will shift to Aquarius, which can be very beneficial for socializing, for doing something exciting, spending time with friends or with our community, or trying something new. So whatever you feel excited about. Overall, after 10 a.m., things should be much more relaxed and people should be more open, and it can be a great time for gathering with friends or doing something more interesting. And on Sunday, Venus is moving to Leo. And Venus in Leo is very expressive, very passionate, also dramatic. So we may notice that people are open to share more their feelings. For creative expression, this can be pretty positive. And it's also important to learn to value our own desires. Venus in Leo usually knows how to do that. So it's not so much about sacrificing for others. It's not so much about depending on others. It's more about finding your strength, emotional strength inside of you, and really putting your desires first in a healthy way, of course, not narcissistic, but healthy, nice way. And I think that that's a very important thing for many, many people. And from a creative point of view, this can be quite opening and exciting. In relationships, it may also bring something pleasant as an experience together, and more passion and joy, and feeling more love and excitement as well. The moon is in Aquarius on Sunday, so it's a great time for socializing, for spending time with friends, doing something exciting, and also preparing for some kind of nice surprises. So look how many events we have through the week. Mercury direct, Neptune retrograde, Venus changes signs, full moon, positive aspects between Venus and Neptune, Sun and Jupiter. So it's quite intense. And I think that it can boost our energy, because very often when Mercury is retrograde, somehow we may feel stuck. And with all of this dynamic that's coming ahead during the week, I think that we may feel rejuvenated and ready to step up and do something. So I'm excited. I hope you are too. And thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next week.